Hey, welcome CTFO. My name is Kevin Fournier. I'm your president. I am just so excited to be with you here tonight. This is a special webinar. You are going to leave this webinar so fired up. You're going to be hearing about a very significant announcement in a few minutes. So, hey, let me catch you up on what's been going on since the pre-launch of XanthoMyst, right? Now we're officially into the launch. Great things happening. We are seeing a 700% increase in new weekly enrollment volume compared to the fourth quarter of 2022. That means a lot of new people are joining, a lot of new people are buying our products, and obviously excited about that because that's what we're all about, right? First and foremost, changing people's lives from a product standpoint. We've got a ton of new associates that are joining. They are, we're seeing amazing success. People joined us literally like 30 months ago, hitting 35K. I mean, we don't even have that title, but that's what they've done. 35,000 in new volume within, less than 30 days. We've got a new 25K. We've got two new 15Ks, new 10Ks, lots of new 5Ks, 1Ks, all the way on around. So we've got a lot of great things that are happening. And what I love about this story that we are creating, this success story, is that all of this is happening under so many of our existing associates, right? People that have been here for months and years and just been, continuing to share CTFO. And now we're all beginning to see this literal explosion of volume beginning to happen of new people joining us. And it's not just happening here in the US. Canada, you are on fire right now. So congratulations to all that's happening around the US and Canada. Oh, quick update as well. Canada, XanthoMyst officially started shipping yesterday. Going to have a lot more going out this week. So I know I can hear the cheers from way up north, can't we? So very exciting things that are happening. So like I said, the first 7 weeks have been fantastic. Lots of really good momentum happening. But I think tonight is going to pour fuel on that momentum, right? It's going to kind of take that momentum and just continue to push it forward in a significant way. And you've often heard us say that what makes CTFO a special company really comes down to three words, right? Products, pay, and people. When you think about our products, obviously we've got our 10X Pure technology, we've got XanthoMyst, we've got our other 25 plus other products, fantastic, high quality proprietary products that people love. Then you talk about our pay plan, right? And we could go on and on about that, but to make it simple, hey, bottom line is one of the highest payouts I've ever seen. In fact, I'm going to say it is the highest payout I've ever seen in the industry from a company that just blesses so many people by doing what? By rewarding you for getting out there and sharing CTFO with others. We've got a very low qualifier of only $45 per month. Again, industry low qualifier. And what this does more than anything is allows people from all, levels of participation, just working it a few hours a week to more part-time to full-time to big time, right? Whichever path you want to take, CTFO has a path that can pay you. And that's what I love. Again, this compensation plan works for everyone. And then people, it's all about the team, right? It's all about the power of the team. And that's what we're doing here. We're putting together an amazing team on the corporate side. The field, our field team is simply, we believe, best in the industry. So we've got a lot of great leaders, existing and new people that have come in. So we are just literally getting started. We are literally just getting started, everyone. And we're just thrilled again to have you on what I believe is going to go down as one of the most important calls of 2023. So, when we talk about people, pay, and products, I think the word that best describes our philosophy here is CANI, C-A-N-I, constant and never-ending improvement, constantly asking ourselves, how can we, continue to produce the best products in the industry? How can we continue to pay people the most in the industry and continue to look for innovative ways to reward you for going out there and sharing CTFO with others? And then the people side. The people side is so critically important. Building a team, right? Building that team that can enable us to help you develop an incredible business and take CTFO to great heights into the future. Tonight is all about that team. And tonight, you're going to be introduced to a new member of the CTFO family, someone who I know you're going to come to love, someone who I've had an opportunity to watch for years. And now to just know that we're working along with him is such a blessing. And we are so very, very excited. So to make that introduction, I am now going to bring on our incredible Global Marketing Director and Director of Product Development, Mr. David D'Arcangelo. David, are you there, my friend?
I'm here, Kevin. Happy to be here. Excited like you, and share the excitement for our future together with everybody in the field and at corporate.
Absolutely. Over to you.
Okay, so I have the best job today of all, is to announce the big announcement. And I'm going to read a little bit off. I wrote a few notes down. I want you to help me welcome Dr. Fred Templeman as a consultant and medical advisor focused on XanthoMyst. Fred, can you put on your screen, and I'm going to finish my introduction, and we're going to have a little Q&A question and answer. And if we can get you next to me, that's perfect. Dr. Templeton, welcome to the team.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
I'm just going to give everybody a little flavor, and then I'll toss a few questions at you. Is for everybody, we've spent a lot of time with Dr. Templeman. Dr. Templeman is the ultimate global expert on mangosteen xanthone-rich nutrients, we believe, in the world. And it all started from humble beginnings. He worked as a diplomat in the diplomatic corps, and you started in Haiti as a young man. And then at age 34, I remember the story so well. At 34, you got excited about going to medical school. You went to medical school, you graduated in 3 years. And at 40, you became the medical professional and carry the title MD. So for everybody here, I just want you to know, then he embarked on a journey. It's always been about serving from when you started in the diplomatic corps. And everything you've said to me is nothing selfishness. It's about people and helping people. And your story about your patience and mangosteen is absolutely amazing. And as I got to know you, I just want to say clearly from my heart I look at you, and you're not 40, you're not 80, but I feel like you've been in the prime of your life, all of your life. And for me, that's, leaves clues. Success leaves clues in people. And the mangosteen xanthone-rich nutrients in our XanthoMyst products, and what's brought us together, is the ability for that product in our pursuit, in everybody's pursuit to, I look at you and I go, look good, feel stronger, live longer. And I believe that's the best testimonial I can give, is to really point the camera at you, because you're the one who's the expert and you walk your talk and it shows. So Dr. Templeman, welcome to the CTFO team.
Well, like I say, it's great to be here. Ever since 2007, I have been arguing with people who owned companies that were in the supplement area to get a product that could be shipped around the world and bring benefits to everybody, that wasn't necessarily bulky or problematic or have a lot of sugar in it, which unfortunately comes with some of the preparations that do exist. And I couldn't get anybody to listen to me. So now that you guys have taken the chance to put money behind research, work at reduced particle size so that you've got something that is so remarkable in terms of bioavailability, I'm glad to be on board.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how significant is the 10x Pure nano-emulsion discovery that produced XanthoMyst?
Well, if you take a look at the nasty big brother that we all have, which is Big Pharma. Big Pharma 18 years ago began to use nano preparations in their products. And we don't have the money that they do to dedicate to research. So we let them do all the work. And once they've worked out the bugs, got it straightened away, then we come in and we copy the technical advances that they have developed. And this is a technical advance that is just now really entering into supplement usage. And it really is a fantastic difference in bioavailability, which has been the biggest problem for supplementation forever. Still is. The vast majority of supplements still are no more than 5 to maximally 10% bioavailable, even when you use them with black pepper. So this is something that the bioavailability of this product theoretically is 85 to 95%. So we are already, it's like we just drove up in a Cadillac in a neighborhood that has nothing but Volkswagens.
Dr. Templeman, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are we?
Well, I think that there's nobody like us. There isn't another product out there that has the advantages that we do at the present time, and certainly not with the mangosteen. And I consider that the mangosteen, I followed it for 20 years now, even before it became a supplement. I was over in Thailand looking at a number of different, exotic fruits, trying to decide which one would be the one to bring back and try to use across the board in what is really an oriental usage. Because here in the Western world, we go to extremes to try and have silver bullets, things that go into the body, do something at one point in place and affect nothing else. The Oriental approach is to have things which, when you take them in, has a whole effect across the body, across all body systems. And that's what the mangosteen is. It is so diversified in the things that it brings to the human body that I don't believe there's anything else out there like it. And believe me, I've been in the business for 20 years and been watching. So you are here as pioneers, and you're doing a good job. We saw the results of the kind of, before I came on board, I wanted to be able to be sure of the quality of this. And so you did some of the studies.
Wait a second here. You demanded these tests be done before you ever, and you saw the results, unless you would have never put, you said, I can't put my name on anything unless I see these, correct?
That's correct. That's the way I felt.
I think that told us a lot about you. And it's your character, your integrity, and your honesty, which brings me to a question which dovetails right in here, is when you were practicing, did you advise your patients to use the mangosteen?
Yeah, when I first got it, it didn't have a name, so I just called it jungle juice. And it was in little bottles about the size of the old Coke bottle. And my patients trusted me. The single most important element in the doctor-patient relationship is there trust, the reciprocal trust between the doctor and the patient. Are they respected as individuals? Sometimes doctors talk down to patients and it's all kind of like knowledge rolling downhill. But when there's a good relationship, the patient is in charge of their care. It's not the doctor who acts as anything except a consultant. And so when my patients came in, and I tried to work with a number of their products using drugs, and the result had been less than successful. You know that in North America, drug interactions are the third largest cause of death after cardiac disease and cancer. So there are implicit in the medical model that uses nothing but drugs a great number of dangers. And I ran across that after I'd been in practice for about 8 years. I had a patient that I had prescribed the medication, and luckily I had him in hospital at time because he died. and he was a young man, 28. And luckily we were there. He was in the hospital. We ran over and shocked him and got him back. And then I rearranged things. But I became very aware at that point in time that in order not to do wrong, and that's what the Hippocratic Oath says, first, do no harm. You got to look very carefully at drugs and also extremely carefully at all the alternatives to drugs.
Right. Anecdotal testimonials, testimonials from real people getting real results. Isn't that what the name of the game is in terms of success and the product really making an impact, making a difference?
Well, it's the most important kind of evidence inside the supplement industry. Because really, when someone talks to someone else about their personal experience, there's usually a relationship of trust that already exists there. Inside the medical model, it is class D evidence. So it's not great evidence.
Right.
But as a family doctor, as a primary care physician, when your patient comes in to see you, they start out by saying, hey, I'm here because I don't feel well. And they tell you what's wrong. Now, you may do a physical examination, pick up a few findings that will indicate something. You may do blood work, pick up more findings. But in the end, it's the person's report to you that is most important. And if you give them a drug, you send them home and you say, I'm going to check with you in 4 days. And we do that over the phone. And then I want you to come back in 10 days and let's see how you're doing. And that's all the testimonial equivalent within medicine. So for me as a family doctor, it was about 80% of all of the evidence I had.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. What would you say, or if you were with a patient now, and how would you advise them? How did it come up? Did you bring up mangosteen? And because there's no prescription, you're right. You're saying you ought to take something and you send them to the store, right? Or
yeah. Well, usually I'm not in clinical practice at the present time, but in the last few years that I was in clinical practice, because I had a very large practice and I was as busy as I needed to be, and taking on new patients was going to be something that I would do only if there was an advantage. So I suggested that patients interview me to decide whether they wanted to have the kind of relationship I was offering, which was, you take responsibility for your health. I'm going to tell you about what I might suggest, but you're responsible for your health. Right. And then if they got it, if they wanted to get in on that, then I brought them on in my holistic practice. And we worked together. And in that practice, they usually came because they already had heard about the fact that I was using natural products. And they liked natural products. They'd had bad experiences with drugs. They'd gotten sicker with drugs. They'd had inadequate responses with drugs, and they wanted to try something safer and efficacious.
Right. I just know that the potency, bioavailability, which you've already commented on, which is extraordinarily high. So if you have the highest potency and has the highest bioavailability, you're well on your way to getting the ingredients to the destination. But what did you think when you saw the mist, the delivery method?
Well, I had been familiar with a mist in the past because there already were some supplements that were nano-sized. In fact, I had developed the formulas for some of these supplements. Specifically, I had developed a formula for vitamin D, which is the only hormone, which is a vitamin and extremely basic to good health. So I found out that I could change by using the nano method of bringing the product to the body, that I could change a normal period of 6 weeks of giving something to somebody by mouth in the form of a gel capsule to raise vitamin D, I could do it in 4 hours. So that's the difference that you could see with the vitamin D. And I think we're going to be seeing similar differences with the mangosteen.
So the mucous membrane, the soft tissue, you missed it.
Right.
In the back of your mouth, it adheres to the soft tissue and it transfers those ingredients into your body.
Yeah,
I mean,
moves directly through the mucous membrane because it's encapsulated in a lipid. Now, if it were a pure water preparation and you put it in, very, very little of it, regardless of the size, is going to percolate through the, because what's underneath the mucous membrane? The blood. In a strange kind of a way, the delivery of these supplements is as close to intravenous as you could get.
So would it be realistic to say, and I just have a couple more questions, one more question after this is, would it be fair to say that this is the most potent, bioavailable mangosteen xantho-enriched supplement with the highest bioavailability that's ever come to market?
Yes.
Correct.
I would say that. I've never seen anything that has made it to market commercially that meets those criteria.
And the quickest, so into the soft tissue mucous membrane of your mouth, I just want everybody to, we slow down and get this, is you get more than you've ever paid for before.
Yes. Again, looking at the actives in a preparation, the standard particles are milligrams in size.
Right.
And milligrams cannot be absorbed through the mucous membranes of the mouth, the throat, or they have to be processed by the body in the digestive process to be broken into things that will go into cells. Right. Nothing goes into cells except things which are at the nanoscale or at the very, very bottom of the microscale. Otherwise, they can't get into the cells. Yeah. And when you think of digestion, that's the major process of digestion. Take something big like an apple and render it into things that can get inside cells. Yeah. So that's all the intestines do, is break down the food that we eat, the medicine that we take. And so you're already from a situation where 10% would be a really happy absorptive amount to get from any oral medication, to something where by the time it hits the gut, 85% of it is absorbed.
Great. I say it again in closing, and I'm going to turn it to you, is you look like you've been in the prime of your life. You have the most incredible attitude. You've been in the prime of your life, all of your life. And that's a clue for me. I'm going to take whatever you're recommending, and I believe ours is the best, as you have said, we have all talked about today, and I think everybody's really excited who's listening. Would you like to close with anything?
Yeah, I just like to say that
listening.
I've been beating the mangosteen drum ever since I tried it in my patients 23 years ago. And I don't believe in a zero-sum game. There are a lot of people out there who've already benefited from the mangosteen and who will continue to benefit from the mangosteen. And I know that we're going to be drawing so many neophytes, people who have never used the mangosteen before, on the basis of the fact that they're going to talk to someone who has had a result. In my experience with the older mangosteen products, about 60% of the people who used them derived a benefit. Now, if you take a look at drugs, you're down around only whatever is necessary to get above placebo effect, which usually is about 25%. So the population believes that once you take a drug, oh, well, gosh, it's got to be 80 or 90% of people who benefit from it. Usually it's less than 30.
Wow.
And this, I saw what I felt was a great 60% response rate.
Great. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you. This is just the beginning of our relationship. Dr. Fred Templeman, consultant and medical advisor to in focusing on XanthoMyst with CTFO. We look forward to just a lot of knowledge and transfer and impacting the lives of as many people as possible. So thank you, Dr. Templeman.
Thank you. I think you're going to be inundated with good news.
I have the pleasure to introduce CEO, co-founder Stuart Finger, an absolutely phenomenal individual of character and integrity, of which Kevin, myself, and Dr. T and others wouldn't be here unless it was for you, Stuart. So in that, I turn it over to you.
Well, thank you, David, for that. I wasn't expecting to say that. And I thank God for you every day. I'm so glad that I am in business with Kevin and David and Evelyn and now Dr. T. Listen, and everybody else that's on our team. Folks, we have a phenomenal team. We've been given an amazing gift, right? I mean, I do this every day. I love it. But I have to tell you, I was already kind of using this and everything because I was one of the testers before I met Dr. T. And then I got the pleasure of being on like a Zoom with Dr. T, where that night I didn't sleep at all. I mean, it was crazy. He lit me up like I've never been lit up. And I asked him one question. Basically, the question was, why do you love mangosteen? And he just went bam, 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 bam. I mean, I've never met anybody that believes in a supplement that much, or you know, a superfruit. Okay. So the thing is this, everybody, I just want to tell you that we are in a very special time right now because we've got everything in place. You know, at CTFO, you have owners that know that without all of you, we have nothing. We have the goose that's laying the golden egg. We're going to do everything to protect it and protect all of you. We've got an amazing comp plan. We don't have to talk about that. You know, lots of people making lots of money. It's all awesome and stuff like that. But then we've been given the final piece of the puzzle, a product that people are going to want and need, whether they're making money here or not, right? So for me, getting in our industry, in the beginning, it wasn't about product, it was about money. Now I'm sitting here and I'm saying, man, not only has this product already changed my life, it's helped me lose weight, all kinds of stuff, right? But then I listened to Dr. T and I was like, oh my gosh, everybody has to hear what he has to say. And then at the end of that Zoom, although I was so excited, he said, but I need you guys to do some testing. And I go, oh, we've done all kinds of testing. He goes, no, different kind of test. If you guys will do this other kind of testing, so that I can know that I know. That's what he said. He has to know. He said, I can't put my name on anything or be a part of it unless I know that I know. Then if you'll do that testing and if it comes out good, because if this is what I believe it is, and I believe, he said, I believe, but I got to know. He said, if you'll do that testing, then I want to be a part of this with you guys. You guys can imagine it took about a week and a half to get the testing done. That was like the longest week and a half of my life. It was crazy, you know, waiting at the edge of my seat. Please let this be good. Let this be good. Then we get the test back and it's way better, not even close to what we had hoped. It was so much better. And I remember being on another Zoom with Dr. T when he got the results and I was watching his face and he lit up and he was like, you guys got it. You got it. You did it. You nailed it. You're scientists, you know, everybody that was involved, everybody pulled it off. So I appreciate everybody on my team. I also appreciate Dr. T's humbleness. One of the things I noticed about him is that it was always about, we can help people, we can help people, we can help people. That's why we're here. That's what this is all about. So I just want to end this with saying this to all of you. We not only have the right company with the right owners, with the right comp plan, with absolutely the right products, right? And all that. We also have the science to back it up with now like the elite mangosteen doctor in the world, right? How blessed are we? How awesome is this, right? Folks, I can't wait to see what you're going to be able to do with this for your families. You're not just going to change your lives, you're going to change your family's lives to come, okay? You're going to be leaving a legacy behind. If you will latch onto this and do the right thing for people, you're going to leave generations of not just income, but good health. And folks, that's exciting. And that's what you should want to be a part of. So Dr. T, welcome to the family. I'm so happy the test came out good. And I'm so glad that's all behind us. And I appreciate you wanting to help us bless others. So everybody, let's go have fun. Let's go change the world for the better. Thank you, everybody. God bless everyone. I can't wait to see what this does for your families out there. Take care, everybody.